Hello, welcome to Imperial Truth, your source for honest and clear reporting. Here is the news for February 5, 2025.
President Donald Trump has announced his intention to close the Department of Education through an executive order, emphasizing the need for collaboration with Congress and teachers' unions to achieve this goal. He argues that education should be managed at the state level, asserting that local control would better serve students' needs. The proposed executive order, expected later this month, will direct the Secretary of Education to initiate a 90-day review process and seek input from Congress. Linda McMahon, pending Senate confirmation as the new Secretary of Education, has been tasked with overseeing the department's dismantling. However, this plan faces significant challenges, as Senate Democrats have expressed opposition to eliminating the department. Randi Weingarten, president of the American Federation of Teachers, has indicated a willingness to discuss the potential impacts of this move on public education.
In response to recent U.S. tariffs, China has announced retaliatory measures, including a 15% tariff on coal and liquefied natural gas products, and a 10% tariff on crude oil and agricultural goods. These tariffs target approximately $20 billion of annual U.S. imports, accounting for about 12% of the total. This escalation in the trade dispute adds uncertainty for U.S. exporters, particularly in the energy sector. The U.S. is the largest exporter of liquefied natural gas, with China previously serving as a major purchaser. The imposition of these tariffs may hinder new LNG projects and affect final investment decisions, despite efforts to expand energy exports. Industry experts warn that the ongoing trade conflict could reduce the U.S.'s competitive position in the global energy market.
Senator Marco Rubio has revealed that El Salvador has offered to accept deportees from the United States, regardless of their nationality, including individuals convicted of violent crimes. This proposal could provide the U.S. with an alternative destination for deportees who cannot be repatriated to their countries of origin. However, the plan raises concerns about the capacity of El Salvador to manage an influx of potentially dangerous individuals. Critics argue that transferring violent criminals to El Salvador could exacerbate security challenges in a country already grappling with high crime rates. Additionally, questions have been raised about the legal and ethical implications of deporting individuals to a third country. The U.S. government has yet to provide detailed information on how this arrangement would be implemented.
The FBI has submitted information on over 5,000 employees who participated in the investigation of the January 6 Capitol riot to the Department of Justice. The data includes employee ID numbers, job titles, and their specific roles in the investigations. This action has prompted concerns among FBI personnel about potential retaliation. In response, two groups of FBI employees have filed lawsuits against the Justice Department to protect their identities, citing fears of retribution after some rioters pardoned by President Trump identified them on social media. The lawsuits aim to safeguard the personal safety and professional integrity of the agents involved in the investigations.
The Trump administration has placed all directly hired employees of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, on administrative leave, effective February 7, 2025. This unprecedented move affects thousands of personnel across global missions, excluding those in mission-critical functions and leadership roles. The decision aligns with President Trump's initiative to merge USAID with the State Department, effectively dissolving its independence. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, now acting head of USAID, has criticized the agency for being unresponsive and has appointed Pete Marocco to lead the downsizing efforts. This restructuring has led to the suspension of numerous global aid programs, significantly impacting U.S. diplomacy and international assistance efforts.
The Trump administration's recent initiative to offer federal employees buyouts has sparked significant legal debate. The program proposes that employees resign voluntarily in exchange for 8 months of paid administrative leave. However, legal experts and federal unions have raised concerns about the legality of this offer, suggesting it may violate federal laws governing employee compensation and administrative leave. Critics argue that the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, lacks the authority to implement such a program without congressional approval. The American Federation of Government Employees and other unions representing over 800,000 federal workers have filed lawsuits to block the buyouts, asserting that the administration's actions are illegal and could lead to the dismantling of essential government services.
In a surprising move, President Donald Trump has proposed that the United States take control of the Gaza Strip and redevelop it as a resort where international communities could coexist. This proposal marks a shift from his previous America First approach to an America More strategy. The suggestion was made during a press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, sparking diplomatic concerns and widespread criticism. Critics argue that such a plan disregards the two-state solution and could violate international law by proposing the resettlement of over 2 million Palestinians living in Gaza. Analysts suggest that Trump might be using extreme positions as a bargaining tactic.
The Trump administration has initiated the deportation of undocumented migrants to the U.S. military detention facility at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. On Tuesday afternoon, a plane carrying 10 detainees departed from the Fort Bliss Army base near the Texas border, marking the first transfer under this new policy. The administration plans to deport up to 30,000 migrants to this facility, despite legal challenges and concerns over the move's legality. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has endorsed the use of Guantanamo Bay as a holding center for these individuals. However, human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, have criticized the decision, labeling it as cruel and isolating for detainees. The facility, primarily used since 2001 for detaining individuals related to the September 11th attacks, is now being repurposed to accommodate the influx of deported migrants. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. You can also follow us on our other socials, links in the description box below. Thank you again.